my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. So let's kick off first with a Christmas tree parade. We've finished the tops, and so many of you have been sharing yours over at Quilt Along with Pat Sloan on Facebook, and so I collected them up for a little Christmas tree parade. Let's take a look. The final Christmas tree parade. The first one is Barb. I love those huge polka dots in her border fabric. Do you see them every so often in the strips? Super cute. We have another Barbara, and look at the package. Look at that package at the bottom with the tree. That is so nice. And then she made her baubles on that top section a little bit different. And then she is one of the ones that did pointy edges on her tree and a different star. Lots and lots of switch ups. And the border that I gave out. Here's Debbie's when she, I think it's appliqued, a beautiful angel on top of her tree. Look how pretty that is. So nice. Denise has pretty pink packages and a pinky red border around it. Looking good. I like the speckledy fabric for the tree. So you will see some of these trees have the points on the edge. They, the quilt maker used sew and flip squares to make that happen. Here's a white Christmas tree, just like my white Christmas tree. Now, maybe I should have done a white Christmas tree. I just love it. This is from Denise. It is so pretty on that navy background. Gloria did a lot of extra work. So she has the different star, made her tree edges pointy. She put beautiful Merry Christmas, Joyous Noel around, an extra border on the top and bottom, and then a final extra floral rose border around the whole thing with a cute stripe binding. There you go. It's all wrapped up and done. Way to go, Gloria. Jill's is so pretty. I recognize some of that fabric. I've had that fabric. It's so cute. And then she used my border where she did the alternating with the background. So there you can see how that looks if you're debating how to do it. It's so fun to see. Another white Christmas tree. This one's from Julie. So Julie has a white Christmas tree. I don't know if she's putting a border or not, but I wanted to show it to you with the white star and the stripes. And she did all pinwheels for her tree body. Karen's is all done. It's got extra borders. She did 3, a green, a red, and then a white again, a border all the way around. And look at her package fabrics. I think I have that peppermint on the right, but the candy canes in the middle, the striped candy canes, that is cool. Here's our Ambassador Kendall's with his final outer border on it. That just turned out so darling. I love it. Love it. Laura's, look at the gold in her sort of popcorns and whatever that was, cranberries and popcorn. That's so pretty, the gold in there. And then she used the background fabric, which has more pattern, and then had that as her alternating for her border. Lucia, look at that border on here with the houses. I'm in love with that border. So darn pretty. And then she did her inner border like my one that I gave you with alternating of the aqua. So you can just see how different it makes things look depending on what fabric you select. Let's see, who do we have? Paulette, and she has a double border. It's got some gingerbread men in the red and then snowflakes on the blue. That turned out so darling. And she repeated that blue within the tree, which was very effective. Robin used her tree fabric to just like the pine branches all the way around. That is very cool. Looks so great with her pine branches on her tree. And then, of course, we have to give a shout out to her button collection right above there. If you haven't spotted that, look up. I love it. Sheila added more ornaments. This is so clever. And then she also adjusted her tree. She did a little bit differently. So the ornaments would fit on there is what I imagine. All turned out super cute, Sheila. Couple more here. Sherry's. This is in a light green. It is so pretty. And she did multiple fabrics for her border and then one green outer border, like the darker green in the tree. Terry's got a gorgeous, big, wide floral border. So now if you're wondering, what would a wider border look like? There you go. Terry did it for you. It's beautiful, Terry. You did a great job. And we'll finish up with Trish, and she has got her inner border. She kind of went what I did, the light, dark, and which is different than her background fabric. Looks like she put an extra bauble in her tree. She has the points, and then look at the Santa. Look at that Santa on the package. Just amazing. You all did a fabulous job. Keep sharing them in the group. Everybody go to Quilt Along with Pat Sloan at Facebook, and you can see the newest and the greatest. I really enjoyed your creativity on this one. People just sort of kicked it off right from the beginning, making it your own, and then other people jumped in after they saw a few of you do it. So I think that is so fun to see, and it really lets you take a base pattern and make it something that shows your personality and what you like. So that's fabulous. Kudos to all of you, and just wonderful, wonderful congratulations to everybody who finished their top. Mine will be going to the spa, to the quilter, and so I'll just show you here again mine. There we go. And remember, if you missed it, this border here is my bonus border to you. It's a free bonus pattern that I designed just for you. And so you can find it on the project page at Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. Now, I'm going to leave this out because I actually have a Q&A question, and this is a perfect quilt to go ahead and show that. So the question came here at YouTube from Roxanne, and she said she makes a lot of Quilts of Valor quilts, and those are generally red, white, and blue. And she said what happens is there's always on the back, after you do your patchwork and your piecing, you get all your quilt together, there's going to be some threads. And she says inevitably, as much as she tries, there is always like a red thread or a navy thread that's behind the white. And so it's quilted, and then there she can see that red thread or the blue thread shadowing through the front of the white. Who has been there? Okay, raise your hand. Raise both your hands. Yes, it's really annoying when that happens. So she asked what were some ways to deal with this. I know of two besides the obvious, which I will show you the obvious. Let me just first tell you two ways that you can reduce threading. Like the fabric is going to fray. There's just no way around it. You will work with different manufacturers, and you may feel that one manufacturer does not fray as much as others. Whatever, you might notice that they are made in different mills. There are multiple mills that do across all the fabric companies, and each fabric company does select their own weave that they want to use for their fabric. And so there are some that don't appear to, don't seem to thread as much, but they all are going to do it because it's a weave. There's just no way around it. But there are two kind of tricks that I have for you. One, if you're using regular cotton, you can starch it. So if you starch it in advance, that'll kind of lock the fibers a bit for when you're working with it. And you will notice that there is much less fraying while you're handling it when it is starched. Okay, the option number two is a little bit different. That would be to change over and use batik fabrics. Batik fabrics have a much tighter weave, and so they do not fray as much. So those are two options. The third, of course, is to clean up the back before you have it quilted or before you quilt it yourself. So let's look here. I have red and green and the sort of muslin color, like muslin fabric. And so, any of these that are laying on the cream can very definitely, they might do a really strong shadow once it's quilted, particularly if they're like this, they're right against the fabric, they're not against the batting. So of course the obvious when you're doing this is you go through and you've got to pull them off. And a lot of them are just going to be kind of loose. They may have gotten sort of pulled in and tucked under your threading, your piecing. Some of them, like here, this is still on the patchwork. See this? That's still on the patchwork. I just pull them off, and just try to clean it up the best I can as I'm working, as I'm done rather. I want to do this when I'm done. You just go to the back and clean it up. And most of those are just going to, they're going to pull off. Here's the pile I have of the just standing here just now, to do that. So that's your third choice, is you just have to clean up the back the best you can. Once you sort of clean it up like this, this will just go right to the long armor. And so at this point, if I have it clean, there really is going to be a less chance of it happening, of a stray thread. But nothing's perfect. And so it's, it's even if you've cleaned it up, there's still a probability, or a chance, not probability, there's still a chance that you missed one, or one sort of came loose. But, that's a lot of thread right there. And that's just one corner of this that I cleaned up. And so I will do the rest of it before I send it off to the quilter. But think about that. If you've never worked with batiks, then I recommend you just get a bundle and make a quilt with it and see what you think. And if you've never starched your fabric before, go ahead and try that. Do one quilt. You can do Oh My Stars, because it's such an easy quilt to do, and it won't take you, they don't take that long, and you can just make one up and see how it works, see what happens. Okay, now for our celebrations for today, it is bowling day. That's interesting. Celebrate bowling. So who bowls? I always think bowling will be something I will do one day. I don't know why. I have bowled some. It has been a long time since I've been bowling, but I've always enjoyed it whenever I have. So if you have a quilt with bowling things on it, show us. Show us. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what you have. The other thing is today is garage sale day. And that's awesome, right? Okay, who loves garage sales? Raise your hand, raise your hand, raise your hand. Tag sales, garage sales, thrifting. I'm going to throw it all in there, just the whole thing. It's sort of the hunt. It's the excitement of the hunt. I am not huge on that. My neighbor was. I had a neighbor here for a while that was just, this was her thing. And she went to loads and loads of them. I went for a while with my mother-in-law. We had a super good time. We would go out for the day. We would do some regular shopping. We'd have lunch. We'd stop in some thrift stores, or we'd stop at garage sales. Like one time, I remember we were at a church garage sale, and they had this whole set of dishes which were the same dishes my granny had. They're these brown pottery dishes with like a drippy glaze. And I came this close, my friends, this close to buying all of it. Because of the wonderful feeling I had for my granny when I saw them. I do own a few of her pieces, and so I decided, because I owned a few of hers, did I really want to eat off of these? Because otherwise I was just going to store them. So I decided no, not to get them. But I was so close. Some other things that we did get, I'll show you here. I have collected, when Madge and I were out, my mother-in-law, I got all these spindles. I showed you these recently where I've used them to wrap the bindings on them because they're so pretty. Better than toilet paper rolls. And these were really a good deal. Whenever I got them that time, they're a good deal. The other thing is that she and I were looking for vintage rickrack at one point. So we did a lot of thrifting, and I was collecting the vintage rickrack. Whoops, plastic came off. I just thought that it was so fun to get the old packages, 15 cents. And this is the one that fascinates me because it was already, whoops. Somebody here, I have to put this down here for you to see. Somebody was working this where they were braiding the two colors together. Let me see if I can get it so that you can see it. That pin is stuck in there. Yeah. So here is what was going on. They were braiding the rickrack. I have to be careful. I don't want it to come undone. There we go. So this is all braided already, and there's just a pin. See the straight pin right in there. But it came still in progress. This is how I found it, with the white and the blue. And I have not played around but it's basically weaving them back and forth so that you get this flat weave of 2 colors, which I think is just so cool. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever shown anybody this before. I was just, because it was garage sale day, I thought, let me look in that box with the rickrack. You know, it's all my ribbons, but I thought, I was thinking of the rickrack, and I was like, oh, I forgot about this. So has anybody done this? Have you played around with putting 2 colors together and creating this? Isn't that neat? Then I guess you could just tack it down, you know, on either side to as trim. So cool. So that is whoops. That my camera crap is there. There we go. Something was broke there. so that is my garage sale finds. So if you want to share a fabric, notions, quilting, sewing, garage sale find, share it on the group today, Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. You know, not that you bought, like, you know, a purse or something. Or shorts, you know, this is the garage sale. No, do the quilting ones only. So those are the ones we'll approve. Now, I want to show you a goodie box that I got. Fat Quarter Shop sent me a goodie box, so I thought, well, we'll just open it together and see what's in there. What do you say? So let me put this away. Here it is. Here is the box, and so we're going to see what's inside. What kind of goodies did they send me to share with you? Oh, it's like Christmas. There is the Ruby Society that I've been getting. So we'll take a look at that one in a minute. So the Ruby Society, I'll open that one up. So we'll set that one over here. So they have a new pattern that comes in multiple sizes. Actually, wouldn't that be pretty in this fabric? The Ruby Society, they always come with a pattern. Oops, there we go. So they always have a pattern, but this pattern would also look good with that. I think that would look really good. These new papers, how exciting. This looks so exciting. I won't say, but one of the ambassadors sent me this picture when they first saw it online and said, look, 2 sizes. They look so much fun. So these are foundation paper pieced. So there you can see the papers. Their papers are super nice, Fat Quarter Shop's papers, but that looks so fun. I like that. Okay, and another quilty one. So you may have seen this one online with Fat Quarter Shop, the seasonal stitchy stars. So they're pretty fun. It's one pattern for this table runner, which is super long, because I looked at it and I thought, when I looked at it online the other day, it's like 80 inches long, which is you could use as like a bed runner at the foot of your bed. But it's done in 4 different seasons of colors so that you can see, and the star. And I really love this little dash, the little skinny dash all the way around it. That is really nice. So that's a fun pattern. Okay, then there's some cross-stitch stuff, cross-stitch goodies. There's from the Stitch Cards. Now that's a pretty one. I love the dress, the little dress, and the purse. So cute, so cute. There's some chickens. They have this whole series of chicken cross-stitches. Prudence and, who is that? Edna. I love Edna. Edna with the baby. What do they tell us the baby's name? What to name the baby? So cute. And there is one called You Are My Sunshine. You Are My Sunshine. So it's kind of a beachy house, which, you know, that right away grabbed my eye just now as I opened the box. It says, meet me at the beach on the sign. That's not part of it, but that's just for the decoration. That's adorable. This would be so cute for a housewarming gift for somebody. And then they have this series, Fat Quarter Shop is doing this series of cross stitch, which are long and skinny. And so this was the June one. And then there is the July. So they're kind of fun. What size are they? They're finished size 3, just about 4, 3 3/4 by 12. So they're a really nice compact size to fit somewhere. Then they have new plaid bags. The orange. Oh my goodness, the purple one. Look at the purple one. And then a gorgeous Mad for Plaid in in a fall brown. But look at the purple one. Go ahead again. Look at the purple one. So good. All right, let me show you this. Let me show you the fabric in here. Alrighty, so we can see in the Ruby Society bundle, it always comes with a spool of thread and a pattern. Like I said, there's the pattern. So if you have another pattern, you can always use for fat quarters. It's a fat quarter bundle, and this one's purple and navy. That's just gorgeous, gorgeous. Let me pull this in just a bit. I had to move the box. Hold on. There we go. Now I love this. First thing I see is I love this navy. I really like dark navy. Just really, really do. Okay, dark navy with white. Library books. Well, they're just a little late for our library so long, but so if you're still making it. And then here are hands with butterflies, the hands with the hearts on them and little flowers. Beautiful, beautiful pink flowers. Nice. I love the scale because the thing, these bundles always come with a multiple scales. You got small, medium, and large, which is super effective making the quilts. I think they turn out so nice. That's beautiful. The keys, the keyholes, not the keys themselves, the keyholes, the door keyholes. I have a thing with keys. My grandfather used to cut keys, and he always had boxes of keys at the house. Pop-ups keys. See, now I like this. It's like a wood cut almost. Looks like hand done. Nice medium, smaller scale. Then that purpley and squirrels. Those rascals, those little squirrels. And what is this? Light seed packets or, travel packets. They're cute, super cute. All right, my friend. Lots of just fun things today. And I hope to see some of your fun sewing garage sale items. So be sure that you're sharing those over at the group Quilt Along with Kat Sloan. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.